Hello everybody, welcome to VR Master League. This is our final night, or day depending, of the week 11. And we're starting off with our first of, I believe, 12 matches on the day. Plenty to come, but starting off here with Quackheads versus Vibers. And joining me, I'm Palidore. Joining me in the casting booth is going to be Swift for his second cast. Swift from Fusion, of course. And how you doing, Swift?
I'm doing pretty good. And hello everyone in the chat.
Good. All right, so hello indeed. We see Meatballer in there, BYX Gaming, Dano, McFabulous, Martin the Third, and Taco on Thursday. So welcome one and all. About to get ready to go here just momentarily.
And we've got some matches today, like plenty. I think we said 12. And Quackheads after this at 8:45 facing against Smash Dash. So that's going to be a tough game, but you know, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teams entering the arena.
For the Quacks, despite the very high position in the league as that shot comes in from BK, I do expect Vibers to do very well in this one because they have won every match they've played against Quackheads in this season, and that's a good dive from Gobshite, but the nice steal from Finn and the slap out from Kanoki. You see a lot of ping ponging here in Viber's half. So they finally get this clear, but it's going to bounce back yet again. And the clear is finally going to come on through by Ares. But middleman right now uncontested. And it's just going to be Quackheads, but wait a minute. And they're both going to get stunned.
Interception. Intercepted. Throws it way downfield.
You see a bit of a rush back pass. I won't name any names. I've seen quite a few of those in the EU region, at least. I don't know about NA, but nevertheless, we see BK come in here and Bad Internet with the steal. Bad Internet gonna just take this slow, but the 3-point shot is gonna be rushed through because he's too pressured and there's no real options up there. But the shot gonna come in, and that's gonna be almost on target, just gonna ding off there. But it is gonna go back to Finn. Yeah, Emil, nice there. Recognizing the defender on top of the shield, and he moves to the lower of it just to get that pass from Finn, and he's going to get the 2 points.
4, 3, 2, 1. And we're underway. Orange clears it out. Blue catches the enemy pass. Blue clears it out of their zone.
Absolutely, and I believe Quackhead's coming in here with a sub, Kanoki. I don't recognize that name, but maybe I'm wrong, as we see Finn here just playing it slowly, maybe deducting some time from that clock as they are still in the lead, but a couple stuns, and it's going back to Finn, who's going to be pressured, but moving it back and keeping the pace to them, pressuring all the defenders out, and the pass goes back to Emil for the 2-pointer.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teams entering the arena.
Yeah, you see Viber's still pulling ahead here, and they're just really looking for that pacing to try and keep it their game. They're just using their passbacks there to drag out the defenders, as Kanoki here down at the bottom will just miss that pass. But bad internet with the recollect. We'll see if they can reset and find the rhythm here.
Picked off.
Well, yeah, we see another fight for the disc there as Quackheads do come out on top with that and get that half clear. But Emil with the stun doesn't quite get the disc though.
What a save! Intercepted.
Yeah, we see plenty of Vibers on the disc there. Actually, all 4 of them clumped up in one space. Maybe a bit of miscommunication there as the clear comes back on through to the Vibers half into Bad Internet's hands. Middleman is still contested on that nest. Maybe he's trying to find his position here. The pass comes up to him as he does find it. And the stun on the goalie, but I believe a headbutt or some mishandling and a great save from Finn. Yeah, great communication there from Bad Internet to let them know. Goalie stunned. Free 3 points. Well, definitely not free, but as free as you can get in these sort of matches. Yeah, speaking.
12, 11, 10,
Yeah, speaking of defense, like nobody there on Vibers. Maybe a bit of misboosting there, but you know they're still 3 points ahead and they can still regain the momentum that they found at the start of this round.
Orange clears it out of their zone.
Yeah, nice cross passing here, but oh, Bad Internet there moving from the nest and maybe a bit of miscommunication there, following up to the missed pass. But I believe that's Ares found down there with the disc alone, but he does get stunned, and the pass coming back through causes the dunk.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The round has begun.
And as much as it looks like that just like adds time into putting the goal in, not only does it, you know, delay the timer a little bit there, but it also massively tanks your mental game there. Like getting spun around on as a goalie is no nice feeling.
Not today. Probably not tomorrow. Interception. 2 points on the board.
It was a great behind the back shot.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teams entering the arena. Orange throws it way downfield.
Yeah, of course. Oh, that's a great steal there from Emil, as he does get stunned out by Bad Internet, but he does get the clear, and it's going to be Vibers to it first. Oh, with missing the dunk, maybe being stunned out there. Ares though with the pass back, but it's just going to find the hands of Kanoki. Maybe not, just missing there, but they are going to recollect, go for this 3-point shot. It looks like it's on target, and yes, it is. Great shot there from Kanoki. I'm even now starting to wonder if Kanoki maybe didn't go for the grab at all. Maybe he just went for the boost play there because he knew it was floating straight into the tunnel. You see another juke move there from Ares with the break to get past the defenders that were pushing him. We've seen plenty of those. It seems like a kind of popular strat at the moment. But BK is just going to run down the clock, and unless Quackheads have something to say about it, like very quickly here, which I don't think they will be able to get this comeback. It looks like it's going to be Viper's round.
Clears it out of their zone. Blue catches the enemy pass. That wraps up the round. Chalk up a win for blue.
Yeah, I can hear bad internet in my head because we've been scrimming with bad internet a lot since we lost Galti in our team. He likes to emphasize his pushing. I can just hear him saying push, push, push. Yeah, we see Phantoms in the EU all the time. They've got the fastest pacing of any team out there at the moment, as far as I'm aware, and they just play their defense so aggressively, but yet they have the speed to back it up. I mean, their stacks are absolutely phenomenal, and that is why they're at the top of the league.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, absolutely though. Phantoms, kind of the thing that impressed me about them, and same applies to Team Gravity too. Just the degree of speed, as speedy as that shot is from BK, but also
Oh, go ahead.
also just the ability to play it slow at times when they need to. But yeah. Anyway, neither here nor there, because what is here and there is BK with that fin assist for the goal.
He's coming in here a little bit sneaky there. I don't think the defender at the post saw him as he just floated straight on under and went for the sky and pass. But Kanoki with the pass to the uncovered bad internet, who's going to take that 3-point shot with just the miss there.
That's what I mean about those just very seldom and quick opportunities. You know, you have one chance to capitalize on the open goal, couldn't make that one there for bad internet, but maybe another rebound by Quackheads off of some stuns, and they're definitely putting on the persistence, but cannot convert. That's
going to be a pain. Bad internet missing 3 open nets. That's going to be incredibly. I mean, we could see the pressure maybe getting to him now.
And at the very least, you know, making up for those mistakes just with speed and good positioning. So there's bad internet with the good positioning in the midfield to get the turnover. It's Gob right back. So despite the fact, you know, a few misses here and there, Quackheads still have the offense chance right now.
Yeah, we talk about all the time these defenses being left open is something. Maybe the ding for justice there as he brings it in for the 2, but you need to take advantage of every single time that you are uncovered and every single time that the defense isn't going to be there, because 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, it feels like sometimes, you're going to be covered, and it's just about finding that one pass.
Yeah, and found it they did right there. Maybe finding it again with some bounces. That's just up high a bit. Taken by Gob, and Gob will send it through for the 2. It's a lead for Quackheads now.
Interesting, seeing 8-meter 2 there, but nevertheless.
Yeah, sometimes in the past couple of weeks I have seen an 8-meter. I've seen 7-meter threes. I've seen 9-meter twos, and I know when on the stream the other week this was discussed with Dimwi as well. When I don't know, he gave me the whole statistical rundown on how that works. Admittedly, went over my head, but it does happen from time to time.
Of course, we've got some very analytical people in the caster's booth as that shot comes in from Gobshite, but just missing there.
Yeah, absolutely. And it will be a clear here from Aries, but definitely glad to have all the casters doing work here, especially this week. Brought on some new ones, including you, and we've seen a lot of great casting coming in, and with a great move. It's Aries, assisted by Finn, but he did a lot of that work just with the clever footwork or handwork, what have you.
Yeah, another very stylish dunk coming in from Aries, and again, just the pass. He brings the defense out by moving backwards. It's a very smart move, and then he just goes straight through after turning around the block.
Now, turnover here to Aries. Again, he's going to sling that over towards the goal. It's going to be very, very close as middleman takes it over and just sends a clear, but actually a pass will be taken by Bad Internet. That's a deep shot, but hoping maybe for them that the Stacks can recollect that one. It looks like they may have a good chance at it to even advance the lead again.
And that's, oh, he pressures one out there to stun the goalie, but despite that, I mean, getting the block and it's going to be a missed shot, but it does roll back into Bad Internet's hands, who's looking to that pass to Godshite. Oh, 3 people pushing out of the goal there, causing a 3-point shot by Bad Internet.
Yeah, maybe just a miscommunication there. A lot of the goalkeepers, potential goalkeepers, kind of diving out and leaving that unattended. So that's definitely not what they were looking for Vibers, and they're going to be down here by 3 points now.
Yeah, for entertainment's sake, I really do hope Quackheads do find and keep their footing here. Oh, this pass from Viber's not quite working out as Gobshite makes that 3-point shot, and it definitely looks like they are keeping that footing as they do find this 3-point.
Yeah, what a hit from Gob. I definitely can tell based off that. I mean, that's a rhythm 3, and right now Quackheads are in a good rhythm. When you see them recover the disc and throw it like that with no hesitation and nail it, you know they're feeling proper here for maybe a round 2 victory.
Oh yeah, but Emil there with the pass down to BK, who does take that just 3-point shot. In fact, it's going to be 7 meters, and
there you go. So just as I said that, we see one of those 7-meter threes, it looks like, and not what they wanted to give up for Quackheads. Definitely pulling ahead by 6 initially, closing the gap by half though, thanks to that open goal.
Yeah, Vibers again putting on some really nice pressure onto the offensive Quackheads here. They're causing these steals and these turnarounds just constantly. And let's see if they can find this as they get another opportunity on the goal, but some miscommunication there between Finn and Emil causes a turnover again.
Yeah, and back to the midline it goes. You can see the aggression coming out here.
Yeah, and Bad Internet forced to clear that as he gets stunned. But the stack does come out. Let's see if he can find... He does miss that 3-point opportunity. It looks like he's just going to go for a little bit of a safer shot, but safe it is never when Aries is the goalie. And he gets the clear, he recollects it, and he throws that straight up for what looks to be a pass to Finn, but just missing it there.
That was almost a really nice series of plays. I mean, it still could be, but Gob denying it himself as well with a grab in the midfield. Always a strong midline player on the defense with whether it's steals or stuns, Gob gets it done. That said, it's back to Finn and Vibers.
Yeah, with 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining, Vibers could very well make this difference back up. This clear, though, is going to go all the way through to the Vibers half, but they're making it back. Again, we're seeing some ping pong happening here. And let's see who can get to it first. It does make a strange bounce there as Finn and Emil missing disc there.
And off to the midline, missing a clear, but might just work out still if they can get back together on the stacks, but not quite looking for it. So instead it will just be, again, more of that ping pong as you mentioned, and Finn the redirection after a clear.
Yeah, and every single time you see... I'm just looking at the minimap. Like every single time that you see every single time you see one stack seeming like it's going to get there first, the other stack just comes zooming in to put pressure, and it's just causing this ping-ponging again to just happen. They're going to take it a little bit slowly here, Vibers, though. They're going to take their time with this, as they do have it. They're going to leave that back pass open. Emil, though, going to hold it for a little too long, and it is going to bounce down to Ares, but stunned out by bad internet, and the clear comes through.
Absolute multitude of stuns coming out with some attitude as they finally go here across the floor and score. So Quackheads, after 2.5 minutes of just back and forth flurries, we got ourselves another 4-point advantage here. Rather 5 for Quackheads.
Indeed, that is confirmed. Kanoki is going to be a sub here from Crackheads, as Irony Man is injured. I hope not badly, but not badly is going to be that pass to Ares and the pass to BK as well. Let's see if they can have something happen here. And oh,
wow!
Emil, I thought that was for sure going to be a dunk, but again, the stun and just some excellent defense coming in here from both sides.
Man, it's like you were saying, and it's always impressive, but no guaranteed goal is apparently ever a guarantee. That one will just be off on the 3, so an open one, another one of those that couldn't be converted by Quackheads. I mean, it doesn't seem like they're paying so far, but definitely had some of those gotten in, you figure they could be ahead by 7, 8, or 9 right now.
Yeah, and I'm sure they would appreciate that right now, as they do feel very pressured, I'm sure, this round to keep this lead. Bad internet, though, seems to be uncontested because of all the stunning going on, but Finn does make it through and does cause the shot there a little bit further out, so to make it a little bit easier for BK.
So another good save here. Viber's trying to stay alive, but much like the scenario last round, there's just not going to be a lot of time, so they have to play super aggressively, but time just about out at this point as it gets bounced around the mid lane.
I'm seeing already Gobshite with 49 stuns already. Bad internet with 42. And then Emil on Vibers with 41. Just a very stun-heavy game right now, as you can probably see by watching it. But the ding goes back into Emil's hands. The slap not quite there. And Gobshite going to clear it to be a guaranteed round win for Quackheads.
Yeah, and as a result, we got ourselves that round 3 to start off this Sunday. So a fun match so far. And we're going to see, come down to that last 10-minute round here for Quackheads and Vibers. Happy to see it go to those third rounds, as always, here in the Casters booth and from just the Twitch standpoint. I love it.
Yeah, it seems that both teams are looking to set a new record or something here for the stuns, because, my word, this is the most I've seen, at least for the 2 rounds, in a long time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, somewhere out there, we have Quackheads and Smash Dash after this. Somewhere out there, Slyn is just salivating at the idea of all this brawling that's going on right now. So I'm sure he's going to carry that over, carry the torch into the next series. But for this one, well, like you said, a lot of stuns going through. I mean, let's see, for the stun department, it is 144 total to Quackheads, 60% that is to say of the stuns compared to 97 for Vibers. I mean, still a lot in any case, but goodness, I always talk about Quackheads. I mentioned how much they love the brawling. The proof is in the pudding, because they are putting a hurting on Vibers.
You can just see generally, like in the gameplay, the ping pong and the amount of shots that have been taken comparing to the amount that are going in. 22 shots on Quackheads and 16 on Vibers.
Yeah, and as they roll out here, Vibers looking like they're trying to score here first, which has been the case in the last couple rounds, if I do recall. But playing there's the brawling again, so maybe another turnover here. Middleman looking for something after a head putt from bad internet, but still managed to recollect themselves.
Yeah, they're making up for that headbutt with just some nice organization. Maybe get Caster's Curse there a little bit, but the pass goes back and back again to Gobshite. The goalie stunned out, and Middleman goes in there for the 2-pointer.
Great way to get themselves started. That is some tight passing in very close quarters with a lot of defense impending, but I think part of it, one, they're feeling in a good rhythm. You can see in the replay here. Two, they had two of the defenders actually stunned out. So really, again, using the stuns in coordination with the passing to enable their shots.
Yeah, we talked about aggression on the defense. Maybe that's a little bit too much as Ares goes in for the shot, but the great catch there by Middleman on the shield.
Was he even looking? It didn't look like it. Off the backboard, trying to collect it, and we'll have opportune time at the dunk. So now up by 4 after 1 minute and 20 seconds of play.
Yeah, bad internet going for that slow dunk. We see that, you know, maybe not working out too well every single time. We saw Alacost save one of those a couple days ago.
Yeah, true. I also saw the clip of that and on the Twitch on replay. But yeah, you gotta be careful with those. But working out for Quack in those moments, and it's as we actually mentioned in round 1, right, where those kind of things can you know, be a good mental bonus for your team if it works. Although sometimes it could also light a fire on the other team. So it's always a kind of 50-50 call on exactly what it does, in my opinion. But, you know, working out here. But, oh, a 3 conceded. BK, he's been having a really nice game and definitely converting on these open goal opportunities.
Yeah, he's leading for his team with 10 points at the moment.
Yeah, just BK, I mean, mentioned in that first round, it's kind of been the case so far. There's not a single player for Vibers who is well ahead in the scoring department. I mean, 3 out of their 4 contributing nicely. But yeah, BK with the lead at that, and Finn with the disc now clearing towards the corner.
Yeah, it's looking to bounce up here towards Ares, but Middleman's going to be there to it first. Bouncing down to Gobshite, looking for this back pass, I think.
And
No,
maybe
he's just gonna run down the clock a little bit as they do go for this clear and boost, and that's very nice.
Ooh.
Very nice clear and boosting there. The shot.
Oh.
Maybe BK not 100% looking for the shot and just turning around and realizing it.
That almost worked out beautifully. I was rooting for it just because it was so aesthetically pleasing. Just that the way they maneuvered all the way down from end to end of the floor. But, yeah, the shot being saved, and now Finn with a partial clear that bounces around as the boosts all come through for both teams.
Yeah, and the clear coming all the way through. Oh, that bounce down is going to be very dangerous, but it is going to be managed to clear there from BK. And Emil gets it again. But just before being stunned, he does get that clear out.
And up to the top pocket, taken back by Middleman, but that's going to be cleared into the tunnel where there is a lot of lurking defenders, but just the same teammates. So it's really a lot of these clusters, but another open 3. And guess who? It's BK again, pulling ahead by 2 for Vibers.
Yeah, they're now 2 points ahead. You know, 6 minutes left in this game, so plenty for Quackheads to pick it back up here, but Viber's just pulling ahead, and they might just find the momentum to pull themselves forward.
Yeah, so with Kanoki looking to roll out here, unsuccessfully so, though, because Finn takes it over. She's been getting a lot of these interceptions, steals, and clears, and it will, in fact, get them the lead, courtesy of the 3rd goal in the row now for PK.
Absolutely amazing job with the pressuring and then the boost coming straight after. Stun steals and intercepts at mid. I feel like that could be a good band title if there was one for a game, but...
Yeah, definitely. Echo Arena band, if nothing, but trying to band together here for Quackheads. Find their team play and find nothing else. Just some rhythm. Anytime you get kind of in a disarray like this, it's good to slow it down. I think Quackheads are at least attempting to. However, the really high-pressure defense here from Vibers, as that shot barely misses, is kind of causing a lot of trouble. Doesn't give them a lot of time to really work with.
Yeah, the disc was the right angle. It was just a little too high, just a sliver, as Middleman looks to pass this back. It's a bad internet. He's going to get it, but he's going to get stunned out yet again, and Ares with the clear. And it's going to go back to bad internet. Looking for that pass, but he's going to be stunned out. Kanoki with the slap. It's going to go to Finn, and it's going to be eventually cleared over to the Quackheads bubble.
And Rhythm firmly in the grips of the Vibers here, going for that cross-pass play, but a good stun from bad internet, still taken back by Finn. Shield duck and dodge on through. BK manages to get the disc. Is it 4 in a row? No, Middleman denying it. So great defense from Middleman, but it's looking like Vibers are going to get another chance perhaps on the offense, and that's going to be dangerous because they are in such a strong rhythm at the moment.
It was a great offensive move from BK, but the save was just too good.
Yeah, trying to go up again against Middleman. See if he can do it twice. Will not be the case because Aries with a strong dunk, and we've seen a lot of those kind of swing through dunk moves from Vibers here.
Yeah, it seems like the only goals that are ever going in, they can't even be 2-point shots. They're either dunks or the 3 points where they get stunned out. Because I don't even think there's been a shot in this game in the 2-point zone where the goalie hasn't got their hands in it.
It's always impressive for sure. Honestly, if you're the offense, you need to keep that in mind, and these guys do. So they know that they can't be too lax when they're taking their shots, no matter if it's those 3-pointers or the 2-pointers. They've got to be really decisive in where they place that disc, or else it's going to be a good chance of a save occurring.
And the excellent stunning there from Gobshite. He's now on 66, wins him that disc, but it is just going to get stolen back. And Aries with the long shot on the nest just out of the bubble, and it's going to bring them plenty of points ahead here with just 3 minutes remaining.
And now Aries with 11 points, BK with 15, really lighting it up himself. But between the two of them, this third round, really looking good for them. I mean, 2:42 left, and that's a 9-point advantage. Unfortunately for the Quackheads, they're going to have to come back here with some ferocity if they have hopes of that round 3 victory.
Yeah, we've seen 15 saves in this game, not even counting the dives, as Middleman does get this collect back, but the headbutt could be a very costly one, but it isn't, as there is another headbutt in the defense for Quackheads, as Gobshite does eventually try to get this clear, but BK is well positioned, and Finn is 2 on that biggie as the pass goes down to Emil, and Aries is left uncovered there, and the dunk from BK, the pass and dunk.
I really like that one from Aries and BK because, you see, Aries could have shot that one. It wasn't, I mean, he had the walk up to the goal essentially, would have been able to take that from almost head on, and it would have been, still a very good chance at the goal, but you know what? He turned maybe an 80% chance, 85%. He turned it into a 95 or 100% chance there essentially with the dunk play. I mean, at that close range, almost impossible to stop that cross pass into a dunk.
Yeah, because of course the goalie's got the option of either stunning the guy at the post, which will bring them out for maybe a 3-point shot, or attempt to save the dunk, which is just going to be an absolute task.
Yeah, most definitely, especially against goalies like Middleman. But at the moment, just falling behind for Quackheads. 1 minute left. I'm afraid there is very unlikely to be any kind of time here for a comeback, especially with that deep shot. Just missing, however, from Emil, but 56 seconds left and still an 11-point advantage for Vibers.
Yeah, we saw Emil just slip past the defense, only just there with that pass. Gobshite looking to collect. Kanoki with the stun. The defense a little bit disarrayed, but they're gonna get back under control here. Maybe not, as the the headbutt does come in, and Kanoki with the pass and the slap from Gobshite.
Nice, almost reminiscent of that Kangaroos play from a couple weeks ago. That just a light assist right in front of the goal, and then the slap through a volleyball spike of a play, essentially. So at least a fun way to end it there for Quackheads, despite not coming through with a victory on this one. Although I'm sure, for them, they definitely wish they could have done a couple things differently in the third round, but just got to give credit to the Vibers, because especially BK, he opened up with the first 3 or 4 in a row, and he'll even end the round here with one final fling. So huge game from BK and big win for the Vibers late.
That was a huge round from BK. He's got 19 points now. I'm not sure how many he scored off that round, but it was definitely the majority.
Yeah, he had to end, or he started the round 3, I believe, with somewhere in the area of maybe 8 to 10 points, but just definitely got the bulk of it done here in round 3, and just a fantastic job of it to claim the victory.
Oh, 202 stuns from Quackheads, 138 from Vibers, and 72 just from Cobshite alone. does just speak for how many turnovers there were in that game.
Yeah, that is incredible on the stun sheet for sure. Yeah, 202 to 138. I mean, everywhere else, you know, steals, saves, there's not too much separating them there. The assists, though, for Vibers, 12 to 5, playing huge dividends. But everything else, again, I mean, possession time is nearly equal. Shots taken nearly equal, 27 to 26. You know, saves 9 to 7. So it's really just the difference maker. Quackheads had more stuns and definitely helped win them that round 2. But Vibers had a lot more assists, and that's what helped them win round 3, in addition to just the pure efficiency from BK, really converting on just about every single opportunity that he was given near that goal.
Yeah, Vibers just taking opportunity and adapting to Quackhead's aggressive defense style there, as they just spread one player a little bit further out where they maybe can't be stunned or covered, and you get the pass to them, and it's an open goal, or it's going to be at least an opportunity on it, and it's definitely just won them that third round.
Yeah, for sure. So, well, we'll read the stats off here real quickly. We do have another match scheduled to start between Quackheads and Smash Dash in about 7 or 8 minutes or so. So we got a little time yet, but nonetheless, gonna read off the stats here with Quackheads. They've got 12 points. It was Gobshite leading the scoring department, as well as the stun department, as you mentioned. Just humongous numbers across the board for Gob all around. It was Bad Internet coming through with the 7 points and 59 stuns, so not too shabby there either. Middleman, 2 points, 1 assist, 4 saves, 1 steal, 22 stuns. And then Kanoki, 3 points, 2 assists, as well as the 49 stuns. Meanwhile, for Vibers, the victorious team tonight was led by BK in that third with 19 points, 4 assists, 6 saves, 2 steals, and 21 stuns. Now that is one of the most jam-packed stat lines you will see across the board on any match. I mean, he just popped off.
And with a 23-2 connoisseur vote to Vibers, maybe generally people not thinking it would be that close, but we saw Quackheads put an amazing fight against Vibers tonight. The amount of turnarounds and the amount of saves and just the great pacing from both teams here.
Yeah, I agree absolutely. I mean, you see, in terms of those saves, Finn and Ares with 2 and 1 respectively, but then you talk about the pacing, which also generally relates to passing, which is to say, you know, BK with the 4 assists, Finn with the 3, 1 for Ares, 4 for Emil. So that was, yeah, they played the pacing perfectly. You know, in that first round, they stalled at the last minute when they were ahead by 4 or 5 points. So they're playing the pacing there. You know, got away from them a little bit because of Quackheads catching fire in round 2. But then in round 3, same thing. Just so many assists and just playing basically dictating the pace to what they wanted it to be. And hence, you know, the victory there. But still fantastic game. And I think in terms of the connoisseur vote you mentioned, as I often say in these matches, it's kind of a mix of two things. One, sometimes connoisseur vote lags behind by a week or two just because, you know, players out there that can't be watching, realistically can't expect them to watch every single match necessarily. So sometimes certain teams will go on these good runs and be looking really good, you know, in kind of a hot streak for a week or 2 or 3, and then the rest of the world doesn't really catch up as quickly. Other times it's also a mix of just kind of the snowball effect, right? Certain teams will have certain reputations, or people will vote for one team over the other, and it kind of piles on, you know, in terms of people just saying, oh, well, that team looks like they're probably favored, and everyone else already agrees, so I'm going to agree too just because. So it's kind of a mix sometimes. But Quackheads put on a great fight, and that was a fantastic match. Hoping for another great one here to follow with a Smash Dash in the next few minutes.
Yeah, and I'm just want to say in terms of viewership here, I think we've got plenty of new people coming in here because of the Quest beta that's launching just tomorrow that I'm very excited about.
Oh yeah, a lot of people excited for. I've seen so many on the Discord, the PTS channel, and even just in general. We've seen them on the Twitch. but it seems like every single day, pretty much this entire last week and a half, there have been a lot of new players or new faces and new names on the streams popping in and out, and you got to figure too, for every one person that says hello, there's going to be 20 other new players who just kind of lurk in the background, and it's okay. I understand if you're one of those players. I am too, generally on Twitch, but yeah, it's good to see all the increased participation and hype coming in. Talking about the chat as we get directed into the next match shortly. Looks like maybe got a different invite to different servers, but in any case, so again, Taco in there, and Martin, Dano, McFabulous, Denials, Iron Man, Alakos, Zenny Dude, and don't know how I'm even gonna pronounce this one, but DQRKDEWW. So Dequirdu. Yeah, that sounds right. But thanks for hopping in, chatting with us, and also the support. Thanks. Swift did a fantastic job today on commentary for sure. So glad to have him, and hope to have you again real soon.
And just to answer the question there from the how did you pronounce his name? Go on.
Dequirdu.
There you go. To answer your question, yes, the beta starts tomorrow. I believe the applications are still open, although I don't know if I'm right about that.
They closed on Friday actually, so
oh,
apps now closed unfortunately. But everyone who did sign up at any point throughout the last month or so, those apps being open, should be getting into the closed beta.
Yeah, and I believe it's going to be compatible with the live PC version, which is going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to see all you guys there, and I'm looking forward to hopefully be coaching some people in the future.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I mean, shout out to your YouTube channel and your tutorial videos there. And I agree. I've been playing as often as I can, which is to say not a ton, but I've gotten a decent amount at least over the month of quest matches, or at least experimentation. Even last 2 nights, for 30 minutes to an hour at a time, I've just been going into an empty quest arena just to kind of practice shooting and kind of giving it a feel. And honestly, especially after some recent patches, I mean, the quest version is incredible. I can't emphasize how impressed I am with it. I mean, it is almost indistinguishable in terms of just feel. The graphic quality is still very good, very close to the PC version, but I mean, mechanically, it feels so good and accurate. The tracking, I mean, everything about it is just, I think, as good as it could possibly be, just about. And so I'm very happy with it, and I think the quest base will be extremely happy with it.
Absolutely, and of course, I have to bounce off your comment there, and we can't talk about tutorials without talking about Venom from Nova Rip. He's done some amazing tutorials, and he's still planning to do some more. So at least if you're going to check out my channel, also check out Venom's.
Yeah, absolutely. Spread the love, share the love. There's a lot of great resources out. I mean, aside of these VRML streams, look at the high level, team play. I mean, there are so many great resources just to nail down the individual stuff as a new player, things like that. I mean, I made some videos way back in the day that are at this point fairly outdated, but there's a lot of great stuff out there, even better and updated stuff from Swift, from Venom. I mean, I know Martin had some videos in the past as well. Rox Titan does some high-level analysis. There's a lot of great content, so definitely be on the lookout for that. But with that said, we're going to move on to the next game now in a moment. So I'm just going to switch to a brief intermission, and we'll be back with you right around the bend. So stay tuned. All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to the stream. Getting started now with our next matchup here. Second and last matchup, I believe, here for the European side of things. It's going to be a Smash Dash versus Quackheads. Quackheads, who we just saw moments ago as I transition to the actual round screen. So this time, shall just be me, Palidore. Swift was joining us for that first cast. Will be me for just the second one. Slin in a hot second trying to find the pass over to the side. And eventually going to be taken by Dage. Dage going back up to Slin up high. He's going to come up from above and dole out some justice into the goal. It's a 2-point advantage early here. 20 seconds into the round for Smash Dash. And in the chat there, readdressing, saying call you dark, by the way. You know what? That makes much more sense. See, it's just the Q. It's just the Q that throws me off. But that makes a little bit more sense. Over here, though, Kanoki takes the disc, backing it out down low to bad internet. They're going to just roll out, spread the floor here. Quackheads coming in hot off that match against Vibers. I mean, that was a 3-round thriller. Really came down just to that last round, but pulling away. Middleman, pulling it back away. Speaking of, a great save, but was well aware. And Middleman, knowing just how good, goalies can be, as a great goalie himself, you got to figure when he goes into the offense, he's going to be mindful that, hey, this might be saved. I better re-grab that, and he did. So that's 2 points to tie it up here now for Quackheads. Yeah, so on this rollout, will be contested by that stack there, just dealing with Sendo target before finding the disc. Bad internet takes it away, goes for a clear, goes for the boost, have themselves a lane, but couldn't convert the shot. But some good positioning from Bad Internet. Just managed to play up on this rebound and get the 2. So they'll definitely be glad to take that. 4-2 here for Quackheads. Now Smash Dash, the gold team. Quackheads in silver division at the moment, but really kind of pressing up on that gold area. And Smash Dash, they're gonna try and close this one out as best they can, but I mean, we'll see what happens. Bad internet couldn't put a stop to that goal, so it's Slin taking it in just on the 1-on-1. It's a tie again. Fast start and goal for goal trade-offs here in the first few minutes. So shout out to everyone joining us in the chat today. See 20-some in there for the last hour already. Glad to have you joining. This is, again, our second match, but we have a dozen or so today across the 2 regions, including Nay Plus Ultra and Illuminati, which may or may not be streamed next, depending on if teams decide to wait or not. We will see. They're going to wait as long as they can, but if Illuminati and Nay Plus Ultra isn't streamed, Nay Plus Ultra versus the Tint will be. Now looking for not a Tint, but a light up. Very bright in the goal. It's Slin. He's off to a very quick start here. 7 points now for Smash Dash, and all 7 courtesy of Slin. 2 of them assisted by Dage as well. So Slin is certainly going to be a reliable hand to go to anytime you're facing up, on offense. As Smash Dash, he's going to dole out the points aplenty, as well as the stuns. Now, speaking of, Gobshite, who is coming off a hot stun game, will go for a hot shot instead on a stunned goalie. Street Boo, a fantastic goalie, but going to be hard-pressed to find a save if he's stunned out like that. But yeah, coming off that last match with Quackheads and Vibers, Vibers in those 3 rounds completed something around 210 stuns, I want to say, or somewhere in that area. It was a huge stun effort. Gobshite alone had around 70-some, which is kind of Slin numbers. Slin is usually a powerful stunner, but right now stunning the shot as a Sendo, right as he gets stunned, rather. He gets it through, so that's going to be a 3-point lead now for Smash Dash. But so far, we're seeing actually a lot of these goals scored on both teams kind of on numbers advantages, or at least with limited amount of defenders inside the goal. So pretty quick pacing here. First 4.5 minutes of play. It's 15 points scored between the two teams. Maybe going for some more with a soft handoff, but Dage will slap that away. Middleman now with the disc. You see Bad Internet up top on the shoulder. Uncontested for the moment, but taking the attention of two defenders. Couldn't really find an angle, though, on that cross into the goal. So instead tapped out there. But the immediate boost here from Smash Dash might get them some more advantage. It's going to be a tight corner, so couldn't quite ring it home, as it will ding off that post. But Sendo target the rebound. And Street Boo just looking for the cross play. Again, there's Slim, the hot hand. He's just going to dish it right back. And taken out by Kanoki. Gets his own clear, or own rebound into a clear. And Slin, though, with a disc, getting it knocked loose. There's Bad Internet. A deep one flung into the other side. There's the immediate stuns, followed by the regrabs from Sendo and Slin. And again, the speed from Smash Dash. Definitely dashing down the floor in quick succession. It's going to buy themselves plenty of opportune moments at a goal. And there they are yet again, splitting off, and actually a brief overshoot, but a nice shield from Slin. The reflexes from him are just impeccable. So Smash Dash ahead by 3. Into the goal goes Quackheads. It's going to be a Kanoki dealing out a stun again, but Slin in the right position. So Smash Dash really, really strong with the positioning and the speed, getting them so many great opportunities. But Sendo target, speaking of, there it is again. Another opportunity here on offense. I mean, so far, only 5-5 shots taken. Feels like more, quite frankly. I suppose it's more so because once they have actually gotten the shots off, they've been converting at high percentage. It's more so the three-point goal from Gobshite. Well, 41 meters out, and that somehow just grazed in. So it's a tied-up game in a most unexpected fashion. Typically, I know these days I got to expect those deep clears to go in, but even from my angle, I thought there was no way that was going to be in, but it proves what I know. Got to always be aware because that's going to be a 3, and in a very timely fashion, especially considering, Quackhead's unable to score there for a minute or two, and I mean, they're going to gladly take that tie up here. Zenny Dude saying crazy match. Yeah, both of these matches so far today. The last one between Quackheads and Vibers that just ended 15 minutes ago. That went to a full 3 rounds, and that was extremely fun to watch. And so far for this one, I mean, it's, as you can see, just goal for a lot of it. 9 apiece, and 2.5 left. So over here, taken back by Middleman. Middleman from the bottom corner. He's going to go up into the goal and just wedging it in there right on that post for the 2-point advantage. Rocktor in the chat saying, in my head, I was like, that was going in, referring to the Gobshite shot that cleared down the floor. I was kind of eyeballing it, and I thought it has a chance. And then once I saw it take that one bounce kind of from the corner heading in, I thought, that looks like it's just going to be a ding at the best off the top of the post, but nope. And as I said, I should expect it more often because we see a lot of it, and it's definitely with a purpose. When you clear towards the corners, teams are doing that on purpose because it does give a fair chance at bouncing in anytime you hit the corner panels. It's really those directly down middle clears that teams are getting away from, and understandably so. There's multiple reasons for it. Because if you throw a straight-up clear, as we do get a passing play here, so hold that thought. There's Slin with a disc looking for a pass, but gets stunned out there. Street Boost stunned as well. A lot of brawls coming in heavy-handed. And again, more stuns for Quackheads carrying over from the 200-plus stun game that they had against Vibers just 15-20 minutes ago, with some more brawling here. But unfortunately, just conceding a lot of opportunities, but denied by Middleman, and Bad Internet denying his clear, but still getting it through nonetheless. And a nice save from Middleman, doing what he's been known to do every week in and out, as they go right for the disc here. But to go back to what I was saying, so if you take a deep shot, obviously, down a mail slot, I mean, that's one thing. But if you're just kind of throwing a random clear anywhere in this mid lane, you're making it harder for your team to really gather that one, because especially if they have defense playing back, they're going to be in good angles. But speaking of good angles, there's bad internet tangling with Sendo as he dives. Street Boo off the backboard, couldn't convert. It's a 2-point lead here for Quack. Going in for the tie-up, it's Slin. So 20 seconds left, and we might be eyeballing an overtime situation in the first round of this match. How about that finish? Now, it's not out of the question. It's going to be not a lot of time, we'll see, but maybe a very unlikely speedy boost. But will not be the case. So OT, it will be. Here we go. See Irony Man in the chat there, maybe a little bit stressed. Well, hoping for the best for his team here on Quackheads, but for Smash Dash, you know, coming in here, the number 2 team still, I do believe. You know, once Team Gravity had stepped out there on their hiatus, Smash Dash has been strong. In general, they always are. And looking like they actually opt to Quackheads. They opt to give up the Joust. Interesting move there. We don't see it all the time. Will it pay off? It will not, because on the shot, it's Sendo target. About 10 seconds into OT, will win round 1. So whether it was a missed Joust or it was a purposeful concession of that neutral Joust to Smash Dash, it would ultimately buy them the goal. Because I do tend to mention a lot of the time when we get these OTs, they end very quickly. And usually it's because both teams go full speed ahead on that neutral Joust in OT. And then it ends up in multiple players getting stuck in the midline or beyond, which usually enables the very, very quick OT enders, you know, within 10 seconds or so. And we saw it there. Granted, the defense was quite in balance that time. They were in where the spot they needed to be, all 4 inside the bubble, but just unable to really cover off those passes, and gave just enough time there for the lineup into the goal. So exciting first round, ending in the OT there, 13-11. But again, it was really anyone's match. You can see the very nice scoring distribution there for Quackheads. You know, 5, 4, and 2 for Gobshite, Middleman, and Bad Internet, respectively. Kanoki contributing 1 save, 21 stuns. Over on Smash Dash, it's 9 points for Slin, along with a couple of assists. 3 assists for Dage. Sendo with 4 points. Street Boo with a save and 7 stuns. As we make our way into the second round here. So first to the neutral Joust will be Slin, but backline stack, that double stack, taking it for Quackheads. But then the backline stack as well for Smash Dash. You see this heavy stack meta where they really utilize every single rostered member to their full advantage in terms of always finding the speed. I mean, if you don't have one stack, you get the other. And that is the dangers of the way that these European teams play, which makes it so difficult to just to be patient sometimes when you always have these speedsters rolling up and down the floor in a blink of an eye. Light speed practically for some of these teams. Speaking of, there is with great speed, a delivery, and the gentle 2 for Bad Internet BTW. First pair of points go in Quackhead's favor. About a minute in.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Rocktor shouting out the stolen 3. Might have been. I wasn't 100% sure if it was on target or not, so I didn't say it, but could have been the case. And if that was the case, then the gentle dunk in off of that steal, almost adding salt into the wound of his own teammate. Oh, that one almost goes in as well, but Slin the rebound and finds the 2, ties it up at about a minute and a half of play here.
12, 11, 10.
Alikos enjoying the steal and dunk as well, apparently.
4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, so Quackheads hanging in there. They're going to roll out. Oh, slow out, I should say. Gonna get there just barely in time. Middleman, so he got stuck on the Geo somewhere along the way, but luckily they didn't pay too hard, at least not immediately, that is to say. But that could change on a moment's notice. Here's Slin with a disc, just well aware of the defense, holding onto the disc for the last possible second, just to enable this miscommunication there. Sendo and Street Boo, one going for the pass, one going for the stun instead of the reception. But here goes a bunch of leeches. Now Sendo back to the disc first. He knows he has the pass. And Street Boo attempting the leech. But see what I mean about the speed? Look at the double stacks as they attack. It's Slin. Yet again. Slin thus far up to 14 points across the 2 rounds.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Big John Jimmy asking, y'all know any good chat TTS, text-to-speech things for Twitch? Yeah, me, I guess. Like just in like for the stream or just for in general, like for your stream or something. I don't actually know either way, so maybe it's not even worth asking. Because I don't actually know a tool off the top of my head. But nonetheless, will be a shot just dinging off. That's another ding we were seeing there, but another rebound will get them the goal. So that's the second we've seen in the last few minutes for Smash Dash, where they ding the first 3-point shot, but they end up getting a close range rebound to get the goal.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
So it's a 7-2 advantage here for Smash Dash.
Here we go.
And Big John saying, for streaming VR, I'm looking for a better way to stream Echo. Well, in that case, maybe someone in chat can help you. Like I said, I don't know why I asked you as if I knew an answer, because I did not. But hopefully someone can help you out there. As Bad Internet goes for a good stun, but couldn't quite make the shot. Lost his hand, perhaps. But on the recovery, not losing anything but the disc, which was let loose by Gobshite. So, good recovery. Brings it back within 3.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Yeah, Bad looking like he maybe tossed his controller in addition to the disc. Hopefully didn't break a window.
Teams have cleared the launch.
Fun story that happened, sort of happened to iShiny back in before even competitive play started. This was like just in beta days of Echo Arena in 2017. Oh no, we got a crash there actually from Smash Dash. So hold my thought. Right now it's going to be Gob, just missing that one, but getting it right back. Oh, and the immediate rejoin. So maybe someone just joined spectator on accident. I'm a little confused on that. Either way though, no harm done. Maybe gonna be a goal here. There's Dage. So yeah, no harm done until the score. But at least all 4 players back. It's a 1-point game now. Still advantage Smash Dash for the meantime off that bad internet shot. But getting back to my thought, yeah, back in 2017, iShiny, I think it was even caught on stream. He totally punched out a window, broke some glass, I do believe. Yeah, it definitely happens. If you're not too careful, or if you don't have your wrist straps on, things like that. A bad internet here with a disc. Trying to score it once again, but being denied by Street Boo. But the winding hook shot from Gobshite off a rebound. And that is the second time in the last 2 minutes or so that we've seen Gob come through off a missed shot, just in the perfect position. Manages to find the disc right in his lap, and he laps up the goal. That is a 1-point lead for Quackheads. Again, between the connoisseur votes and such, whether it was Quackheads versus Vibers about 30 minutes ago, or whether it's this one, I mean, Quackheads, they have been strong and getting stronger here. Slin going for a shot to take the lead right back. But do not sleep on the Quackheads. They are a fantastic team. Hence why we got that 3-round series against Vibers. Hence why there's a chance we might get that here versus Smash Dash, the gold team. It's all up in the air right now. Just depends on who can execute better in these last few minutes. Right now, it's really hard to point out too many overt mistakes that either team is making. There's a lot of frantic play at times, but that's just kind of the style here of this game, especially with these heavy brawling teams. On an open goal, it will be Street Boo, though, pulling ahead by 3. So there we go. I mean, let's see. Taking a look at the team stats real quick. Exactly. Possession time, pretty close. You can see there. Shots taken, pretty close. Assists, pretty close. Saves, close. Steals, close. The only thing with any kind of meaningful separation is stuns, but about 20 stuns advantage to Quackheads. But otherwise, that's why I say it's hard to point out what one team is doing better or worse, because both teams are very, very close in every single team stat category. So, yeah, I mean, it's really just going to come down to execution, because otherwise they're playing very similar games both sides of the floor for these two teams. So there's Kanoki, a lot of short-range maneuvering with some of these passes, big pileups forming. Of course, that is the risk of those pileups is that I suppose, you know, in this kind of meta, you can get your stacks or your leeches a bit faster, if not the brawls. But if you're all piling at the same time, that also means there's less passes available down the floor. So it's kind of a push and pull, you know, double-edged sword depending on what you're trying to go for. Now going for a drive on this goal. Oh, a great delivery to Dej as he cut down the floor. That had to be a precise pass at the close range for the 1 meter score. So Smash Dash pulling ahead 13-8, 2 minutes left.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Very nice passing play though for Smash Dash. Looking to come through. If you're hearing those dings, and interesting, I thought usually when I have Echo open, I don't get those dings on streams, but lately I have been again. In any case, shot going through and just missing. And Slin just missing that one as well, so Gobshite taps it out. But yes, we have another match scheduled to start in about 6 minutes from now. It was a good recovery from Street Boo just in time. That'll be Nay plus Ultra versus Illuminati, so should this match end on time, we should be able to stream that one on time as well, directly following. But we'll see. We have a minute 22 seconds left. At the moment, Smash Dash already at the 1 round advantage, looking to close it out in 2 if they can. Sendo will help the case if he gets this clear, and especially gets it into the hands of Slin for the mail slot, just grazing that back area, that barrier, I should say. So Street Boo gets the recovery, but a hook clear from Bad Internet right down the line. Really needing to build up something here. It's not out of hand yet, but with each wasted second here, especially off of these clears and boosts. I hear you, Speedy. I hear you. I'm streaming, buddy. Got the invites all at the ready. But Sendo target sending it over now through 44 seconds left. We got Sendo taking a shot. Couldn't convert on it, but still 37 seconds left. And it's just the time now not going to be on the side. Attempting to make a shot here, but will be taken by Street Boo, and wise positioning there. Not allowing any threes to go through, and that was basically the only possible way they could have came back as Citizen sends an invite. Oh boy, over here to Bad Internet now with the disc, looking for an anchored shot. And it's going to be taken back by Dej. So Dej, middleman now, taking it. Slin as well, maybe one more shot just to end it, and he does. Slin, huge shot, 16-8. Ending it now in favor of Smash Dash, 2 rounds. So Quackhead's really hanging in there for a lot of it and doing a fantastic job at that. But it was a Smash Dash ultimately coming away 16-8 here. And we'll get those scores inputted real quick and get you to the highlights screen before we prepare to transition over to our final, or for our next match, I should say. All right, so I'll give you a look at those stats real quick. And yeah, popular man with the invites. Yeah, interesting, because before when I had the game open, like as of a couple weeks ago, it would not like I wouldn't get the ding if there were invites coming my way. For some reason, I'm getting them again, so I got to figure out how to turn off those alerts. Probably just on the taskbar or something, I can get that done. But anyway, very, very fun matches there for Quackheads. Unable to complete the win, but I mean, super entertaining, super competitive, no doubt. And yeah, big games from Slin. Needless to say, I mean, 19 points, 3 assists, 48 stuns. He had 4 points for Street Boo and 4 saves as well. Sendo target, 4 points, 24 stuns. Dej with 2 points, 8 stuns. For the Quackheads, it was Bad Internet with 6 points, 2 saves, 32 stuns. You had Middleman with 4 points, 2 assists, 15 stuns. Kanoki with 1 save, 36 stuns. And then Gobshite, 9 points, 2 assists, 31 stuns. Two big series for Gobshite overall. He's really been piling on the stats the last hour. But yeah, unfortunately for Quackheads, just no win. But yeah, win some, lose some. Still fun to watch. In the meantime now, I'm going to leave you on this highlight screen for the briefest of moments, and I'm just going to get set up for the next match, which is to say, Nay Plus Ultra versus Illuminati. North American match is coming up next, so stay tuned. All right, everybody, hello. Welcome back right away to this next stream of our very busy 12-match day here in VR Master League. See Sputnik joining me in the Discord, so got a quick join from him, hosted for you on Atlas just now. Teams haven't quite started yet, although they have been informed, so they can start at a moment's notice, but we'll get him into the match. But yes, for everyone else joining us today, we just got done with two very exciting European matches, Quackheads versus Vibers, and then Quackheads versus Smash Dash. The former of which did go to 3 rounds, the latter of which did not, but it was still very competitive for a majority of the match there. So to all those at home joining us today, thank you for doing so. We have, after that back-to-back Quack match, set of Quack matches, now we've got ourselves back-to-back Nay Plus Ultra matches. Looking to start off here, though, against a very tough team in the Master Tier Illuminati. Now, here we go, off to the first round, about to start. Again, I'm Palidore, and joining me momentarily should be Sputnik, I think. And off we go. Nay Plus Ultra here. Brennan Cecil, SirDimwi, Citizen, and Zux. Illuminati, though, they're just going to duck on through for the first goal. And a good job there on that first play. And we'll shout out to SirDimwi here. New to the roster on Nay Plus Ultra. Going to be good. My first look at him on this stream, and for everyone else just as well. So we're going to go. Gilligan hopping in saying, this matchup makes no sense. You make no sense, my friend. I don't know. Either or. I think it could still be a very competitive game. We'll see what happens here for sure. And over on the Nay Plus side, just getting back to it first with a lot of time to spare. It's going to be Speedy V with a 2-point goal. Just gently laying that one in. Yeah, 5 spotted saying first rostered game, and it's versus Illuminati. Definitely a tough matchup there. I mean, record-wise, these teams fairly similar. 12-8 for Illuminati and 13-10 for Nay Plus. And Nay Plus has been getting in plenty of their challenge matches throughout the week. SirDimwi joining in as well. And that was actually a common theme for Nova, getting in a lot of those challenge matches. So both these teams definitely, they welcome the challenge, so to speak. Of course, this is a different kind of challenge. As they go for a shot, will be a challenging shot as Zux gets challenged. A lot of challenge. Speaking as a challenge sometimes, but nonetheless, going over here, Suburban trying to find that pass over to Q, but doesn't get that. So QL Young getting stunned. Usually he's going to be the one coming through ahead on the brawling game, but not that time as a Citizen gets it over there to the teammate Zux. Burbs rolling in for a pass up top. Q with a score, drops it in off that nice cross, 6 meters out. And that's 6 points for Illum. Also, hi Sputnik, what's the status, if any? Or you can type it at me. At the orb, we got a Nay Plus rolling out on the launch. It's SirDimwi, again, new to the roster. Going to be a challenge for sure, don't mind that. As we get Brennan Cecil over here to the tunnel. Nay Plus will be facing off against There Is No Team. Next, scheduled to start in about 45 minutes-ish. Top of the hour as Brennan Cecil, the man with the power, gets the play. And it's 6-2, first couple points now for Nay Plus Ultra.
And I'm here now. You should be able to hear me. I apologize for that.
That is correct. If chat said anything in the last 30 seconds, 45 seconds, I missed it because I refreshed my page on accident, which tends to happen randomly. Yes, want to see Nay Plus take a round would be epic, says Rhino. It would, and quite frankly, I would not be surprised. Like, it could happen. Obviously, Illuminati's going to be the favorite team, but Nay Plus Ultra, just like any team here in Master League and across these divisions, especially in the Silver Division North America lately, if they're having a good day, I mean, you can see some upsets. They've happened plenty of times.
Most definitely. And I just noticed that SirDimwi is on this roster, so it's a nice change of pace as Zux approaches that bubble, gets that short pass, trying to get that shot behind goal, and they'll find it. Citizen with the dunk, dinging it off the lower pocket.
There we go. a 2-point match just like that, 4 minutes in. And this is why I say, sometimes it's misleading. What the connoisseur votes or the, on paper, tough match. I know. But just watching Nate Plus Ultra over the weeks, I mean, again, streaming all these teams, how many dozens of times over this season, you get a feel of the rhythm of certain teams. And I feel like Nate Plus Ultra, despite the fact as a 2-point shot goes in for Illuminati, despite the fact that they did have an off week the other week, just in general, Nate Plus over the course of Season 1 has been building into a much, much better team. And now they got Zux back, who was actually away. So that is to mention, Zux is also returning because he was out with tech issues for like 3 or 4 weeks. So, I mean, they got their full roster again. And this could be a very different Nate Plus Ultra you're seeing.
Nate Plus Ultra looking to find some rhythm with SirDimwi. SirDimwi playing that back line, playing that goal. And he's going to come out and get that possession, rolling alongside the wall, not able to find that, getting that self-pass, getting another ricochet off the block, and it's going to find its way into the hands of Brennan Cecil.
Yeah, well, give benefit of the doubt and say that was intentional. Just a little trickery from the Dimwi, SirDimwi, I don't know. But Speedy V does have the disc, and he's going to just narrowly avoid the defense here. Ender on that reception as it gets cleared down the floor.
And will narrowly miss that goal as it hits the geometry. Will go into the hands of Illuminati as Illuminati looks to start their bubble offense. Holding outside, getting that pass behind goal, and getting this shot. Speedy to Suburban at 2 meters.
You can see the patience unfolding. It's kind of funny on this. Watch this replay here. Everyone just froze for about a half a second at the exact same time. Almost eerie. But yeah, defense gets frozen. The offense found the pass.
Well, it looked like Suburban posted up alongside the wall, and the defense just stopped to assess the situation, and they got caught in transition. So Ender to receive it on the ceiling, sending it to Suburban. Suburban with a quick feed to Speedy as Speedy approaches the bubble. He has a cross, but he doesn't go for it. He takes this shot on the goalie at 4 meters.
And it's a 12-4 lead here from Nate Plus Ultra at Joust advantage now. So they brought it within 2 points. It was 6-4 a few minutes ago, and now putting on some just cross-pass showmanship here for Illuminati, which is something they will pull out pretty much on the regular, and that's why they won the preseason championships for that matter.
So Brennan to pass it, and for it to be lost in the tube to Illuminati. Illuminati will have it. They're approaching that bubble. Suburban opting to send it back to Ender, and another quick feed back to that backline player, QL Young. So QL Young to go to Nest in the hands of Speedy. Speedy look for that cross. He's going to find it, but he's not going to find it. Woo. This shot as he's stunned, but Speedy will pick up that rebound and feed it right back into the goal.
That's kind of unfortunate because that was a good dive there from the defense. I mean, you can see it right there on the cross pass. Granted, 2 players that dived at once. That might be the only thing that went wrong is the double dive. But otherwise, a smart dive to cut off that slower pass. It's just the good positioning. Was able to get the rebound and score off of it.
Speedy able to really pick up the slack for his team. Talk about good positioning, being there to help out your team when things don't go exactly the way they want. So Speedy with possession in the bubble of NE Plus Ultra to Suburban. Suburban losing it to a stun with Citizen with possession and the clear through tube.
It was a really nice series of brawls there, but here comes a speed, and not just the literal player himself, but just a lot of it from Illuminati, all getting back on the stacks, and it will be attempted to be denied here by some aggressive A+ play, and actually does get them the disc back, but quickly flinging, and will just be kind of a scatter across the floor.
So Ender will receive it. NE Plus Ultra isn't getting any time in the backfield of Illuminati. Illuminati gets it out every time, and they'll find that shot off the clear. The boost is incredibly quick. They're not going to be able to find it behind the goal, but the following player, Ender, will catch it at the shield and feed it in for another 2 points.
And a lot of it's just that spacing because for Illuminati, aside of the nice cross passes that they have had, it's not like they're making every single shot or even every first catch necessarily, but because they're positioned out so well, it seems like this is where it gets really nuanced for newer players, because you look at Illuminati and it's like, wow, they're just in the right place, the right time every time. It seems like the loose discs somehow keep finding a player, but it's not really by accident. It's by design because they're positioned out on so many different places that even if they're not as accurate on all the shots or the catches, things like that, the passes, there's going to be someone there to recover eventually on the other side.
And that's what makes this Illuminati team so strong. That and Speedy's brilliant mastermind teamwork plays, and what a play that was from outside the bubble, being passed right in behind the goalie, Suburban to QL Young for the dunk.
And Mr. Nate Bro in Twitch chat asking, what's the best way to get started with competitive for someone who's recently started playing a lot? Definitely, and I'm sure chat can help you out, but definitely reaching out on Discord, kind of finding, people that connecting, basically, networking. The Echo Discord is more popular than ever, especially with the Quest release, and just getting in some of those mixed scrims, mixed private matches. There's pickup nights that are held every single week that are really great for getting to know that. You can sign up as a league substitute. I mean, there's a variety of ways to get involved in league play.
So Dimwi, to try to find that clear, it's going to go back in the hands of Illuminati. They'll restart that offense. I'm a little behind, but Ender with the absolute rocket off the backboard.
Yeah, that shot was a little bit behind the goal, that is to say, and with the time winding down, barring anything very unusual, that should be the round here, 20-4, and looks to be the case. So yeah, round one over here in A Plus Ultra's full roster re-debut. Bit of a trial by fire, but still, they're going to have another match next as well. So they're going to have to keep into this, and if they can wade and weather the storm that is Illuminati, they should still, be good going forward.
And looking at the chat between these rounds, we got Gilligan giving the advice. We have all the community coming in, trying to help in the chat, and that's what we love to see. And we got Infinity VR saying, "Hey boys, what's up, Finn?"
I'm not a boy, I'm a man. Or a door, whatever you prefer. But either way, hey Finn, welcome to the stream. And as far as everyone else there, Zenny Dude, Gilligan, helping out people get their bearings. And also, Dark Deuce. Yeah, I remembered now. Threw me off at first, but indeed, Dark Dew, not Dirkadoo, as I read it the first time.
It's definitely not an easy name to read nor say.
Yeah.
But looking at these stats, because I know they want to see the stats, Speedy with 6 points, 1 assist, 1 save, 4 stuns. Illuminati with so many points across the board. Suburban Legend with 4 points, 5 assists. And looking at NE Plus Ultra, Brennan coming in with 2 points, and Citizen coming in with 2 points, and Zux being the playmaker with 2 assists.
And hoping for more playmaking here. If you're an A Plus Ultra, try and find that team play that they've shown to be fully capable of doing. Unfortunately, the open goal is actually not going to be scored upon, so SirDimwi was just absolutely crowded, and A Plus very late getting back, but finally managed to. So will have to be a slightly slower play for Illuminati if they wish to score here.
Suburban to QL for the attempted dunk, but QL will be stunned out before receiving that pass, and it will go through 2. Citizen try to find that long shot. It's going to bounce wide, back in the hands of Illuminati, and Ender will take his time to get this offensive push started up.
And speaking of pushing, look at that. Just duo of defenders, but actually 3 players from Illuminati. Again, you can see how they're very, very calculated here in getting these goal advantages, but SirDimwi, he has the advantage with the great defensive hands and finds the save and a partial clear, only back to Illuminati, however.
SirDimwi trying to find that clear, not able to find it, but Illuminati will just take it right back into the goal. Ender at 5 meters, one-on-one, face-to-face with that goalie.
Zenny Dude in the chat asking, should I go outside or play Echo Arena? I mean, with the Quest version, you can do both. To a degree, anyways. Obviously, don't recommend it. And depending on the lighting, it might not work out all too great. But yes, that's the beauty of Echo, as we've been saying over the streams recently, Sputnik. The fact that it is kind of one of the few and only physical team sports we can play these days.
And Citizen will lose it off his head. It will go into the hands of Illuminati in the bubble. Speedy will juke out the goalie and find the shot from above.
Yeah, so 4 points here for Illuminati. Only a couple goals in this first couple minutes of this round. We have SirDimwi rolling out there. And just still trying to find their score here. I mean, dating back to round 1, they've been scoreless now for, I want to say something like maybe 15 minutes, 16 minutes. Right here, Speedy V is just going to continue to roll on for another 2, and he's gotten a handful of those right near the goal.
Illuminati looking so strong. They are boosting. They are going wherever they want. They're not being contested. They're not being stunned. Their stacks are moving so freely, and NE Plus Ultra has to do something about it.
Yeah, it's definitely not out of hand by any stretch. I mean, 6 points is nothing to come back from, or that's too hard to come back from, especially for a team like NA Plus, you know, a team so heavy on supremely talented strikers, offensive players.
So with that pass, finally points on the board for NE Plus Ultra. Brennan Cecil from Citizen coming off that post, finding the shot at 2 meters. 7 minutes on the board. Only a 4-point lead. NE Plus Ultra still in this game.
Nothing finesse about that dunk either. Just put some aggression into it. You know, you see some of these dunks lately, including in the European matches, that just casted. They go really fancy with the handling, but that one was just a sling-in, maybe just like this one for Speedy, or Ender rather, assisted by Suburban. So Illuminati continuing to take advantage of a low number of defenders inside those goals.
And another rocket. These shots from Ender are so fast. They are underhanded wrist flicks. And when I say a rocket, they are rockets. They're coming off the backboard at 8 meters a second. They're hard to read, they're hard to see, and they're incredibly fast.
And SirDimwi looking for the pass over here, but it's going to be a turnover, an open goal. Ooh, a tough rollout there. And it's going to be 11-2 now, so on the edge of turning this into a double-digit advantage for Illuminati.
Illuminati looking so strong right now. NE Plus Ultra having a chance getting those 2 points on the board, but that 4-point lead quickly turned into a 9-point lead. So with Joust advantage, another rollout to the tube. Citizen to receive it. Brennan down at the end, but he's going to lose it to that incoming boost from Illuminati, and it will be followed by a clear through the tubes.
And maybe the comm is not quite coming through. Granted, against that speed, and there's Ender again, another shot, but you saw how quickly, I mean, the NA Plus Ultra player there on offense caught the pass, and he looked like, oh, I have time, I just caught the pass, I'm going to look at the goalie now and see what's what up in the front line. And he turns his head, and half a second later, there's 3 players already on him, stacked and stealing the disc. I mean, that's the dangers of dealing with teams like this.
If you can't get the stuns on that stack in the backfield, they're going to come back to bite you. So Zuck's moving ahead, trying to find a pass through mid, going to find it to Citizen. Citizen approaching that bubble, going to opt to send it back to Brennan Cecil. And another exchange to SirDimwi. Citizen holding from above, trying to wait for any type of advantageous situation in this bubble. Getting that stun, that's what they need. Getting that dodge and going for the shot. Exactly what they need. Citizen taking it into his own hands and finding the shot at 6 meters.
Oh, almost the most shocking, unexpected play for Citizen. You can't deny the results. Definitely had a back pass available at Bowtie. Had some other teammates available on post and around backboard area. But like you said, took it into his own hands. Maybe a little frustration coming through, but it got them the 2.
Suburban to approach this bubble, 2-on-1 on this goalie. What can they do? And they'll find it. No chance for a save at 3 meters from Suburban Legend.
Yeah, Big John Jimmy in there saying the double duck. Yeah, it's not. You can throw those in for sure. Do it too much. That's where teams get in trouble sometimes. If you get too bold and I guess liberal with how often you do those moves, but definitely good to pull out now and then. At the same time, you do it too often. You see it time and again. Individuals and teams are so very conscious of how to stop it and accommodating for that against players who are known to duck.
So with the attempted feedback to SirDimwi or Citizen at Shield, they will be stunned. They'll try again.
Nice.
They'll lose it this time to Speedy with the great bubble defense from Illuminati.
And now the speed from Illuminati coming through. It's Suburban, just a miss narrowly. And he's unhappy about it, kind of lamenting the miss. But you know what? He's posted up on the goal for the easy alley-oop, found by QL Young.
Suburban missing that shot, but opting to hold on to the rim instead and getting fed by QL Young for the dunk at 6 meters.
Big John Jimmy saying, depends on how low you can duck. Well, see, even then, aside of the fact you can only, physically duck so low, same time acknowledging, one, you can approach players that are known to duck. You can approach them from below. As a Speedy goes for here, another goal maybe, but saved by Dimwi, taken back by Speedy. And what a big play. Well aware and great reflexes from the Speedster. Do people call him that?
Well, they call him that now.
Yeah.
So with 2 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock, 15-point lead by Illuminati. Illuminati's looking for the mercy, so joust advantage to NA Plus Ultra as they roll out. They'll find a pass to Citizen, and Citizen through mid to Zux, but they'll lose it again. They're not getting these stuns on the Illuminati stack, and like I said, they'll come back to bite you. And Suburban Legend going for that shot off the upper geometry. It will be wide and slapped out by Citizen.
And now just a pileup forming, but coming away with it is Speedy, and he resets. Speedy's super good at that, says Rocktor, stealing discs. Yeah, he is again, he does so many little things, honestly. It's why a lot of people refer to him as one of the just best teammates you can have, because he can fit so many roles, do so many things. A lot of them, the super nuanced, subtle things that only comes with that kind of experience, as a 3-year player, as a, a finalist, a multi-time finalist. So definitely good to point those kind of things out.
Speedy is also a strategic genius, in my opinion. So to receive it off the bounce will be QL Young from Ender. 21 to 4, 17 points.
And with that lead, 1 minute left, it's going to be a sweep here for Illuminati. For NA Plus Ultra was indeed that trial by fire with they debut, or the re-debut, I guess, of their new roster here. Zux coming back in after several weeks of absence, and then SirDimwi coming in place of Single, or solid shot. And, so part of it could be a chemistry thing, or part of it could be a rust thing for Zux. Either or, Illuminati is a mighty strong team to go up against, no doubt. And they're going to have another chance, though, with there is no team facing against them next, as Suburban checks the goal for at least one last two for Illuminati.
Illuminati's looking like they're trying to get this mercy. 30 seconds left. I'm interested to see if they'll get it. So with this joust advantage to NA Plus Ultra, I expect an incoming blitz stack.
Yeah, likely expectation here is actually looking like they get broken up a bit there. Suburban getting stunned around the Merc Island. And rollout really won't get too far, and will be ultimately the end of this match here in 2 rounds, 23 to 4, just evading that mercy in round 2.
A terrific game. Emphasis on terrific. It must have been terror for SirDimwi. A trial by fire nonetheless, but it's great to be seeing him playing one of our fellow co-casters, and we love to see SirDimwi play. And I can't say that, I can't say that with my spectator voice, but I really do like seeing SirDimwi play. I love cheering him on, and it's good to see him back in play.
Yeah, glad to see him, and hopefully all the Nova players who are looking for a team anyways. I mean, anytime you see some of these players, longtime players especially, I mean, you're always rooting for them to get back in it some sense, whether it's substituting, but ideally finding themselves teams. They deserve it. They're great players and important members of the community as well. So it's good to have everyone involved, especially, in these modern times and whatnot. So, yeah, definitely good to see them on a team here. And for them, they're just going to have to, again, put it back together, take a breather for a short while, as they have another match incoming versus There Is No Team, and that's scheduled to start in about 20 minutes.
So with that being said, can you lead us out?
Yes, I can indeed. Actually, let me, just for those at home, pull up the schedule just so you can see what we're working with for the rest of the day, because we actually have a lot of exciting matches coming up, so I want you guys to rejoin us pretty soon. Again, on this stream, I mean, we'll end this one just to take a quick breather and whatnot, but we'll be back, in another 15-20 minutes going live for several more consecutive matches here. This was, 3 consecutive matches on this particular stream. On the next one, we're looking at, again, There Is No Team versus NA Plus Ultra at the top of the hour, 20 minutes away. Actually, there might be another break between that match, but then at 3 p.m. Mountain Time or 5 Central, it's Ignite versus Kangarillas. Then it's Kangarillas versus Joker. And we have Gambit versus Instinct, Spaghetti versus Instinct, Creamy Milk versus Illuminati, Team Joker versus Infinite, Nitro versus Genesis, and Mirage versus Skull Crusaders. And all those matches from 3 Mountain Time, 5 Central onwards are looking like, yeah, it's just a lot of close competitive matches I can see coming here throughout the rest of the day. So looking forward to that. Hopefully everyone at home is as well and joins us for as many as you do, please. That'll be fun. But now with that said, there's your stats, there's your highlights. I've been Palidore. That's been SputnikKobra. I am not SputnikKobra, at least not today. And thank you for joining us. We'll be back real soon. Be happy, be healthy, be safe, and take care.